Hey everyone. As the year wraps up, we're doing a 2024 year in review. In 2024, we decided to do a mental health educational podcast where we could tell people about the things that we've learned and where to find them in the community, where to find them on the internet, what to type into Google, what questions you could ask. So friends of mine, not these friends, if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. We decided to do that, and we decided to do a podcast and start a YouTube channel. On top of that, we decided to do it in multiple languages. We created a channel in 5 spoken languages: English, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. This video is going to cover our achievements over the year, include our analytics, and where our content reached around the globe. We're going to do a channel update too to tell you what's coming in 2025. So before we do our review, let me share a quote from Henry Ford. If you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. I use this quote because I remember in my darkness of the depression, I remember how much I thought I couldn't. And very rarely did I think I could. I use this quote consistently to prove to other people and to ourselves and to our team what can happen when we choose to live a better life. When we make the choices along with medication and therapy to be the people that we want to be. And this can happen when we believe that we can. And I hope this quote inspires you to move forward in the direction that you want to go, to be the person that you want to be, despite having whatever mental health diagnosis that you have. Let's take a look at what we did this year through our channel, all because we believed we could. So we launched our channel on September 3rd, and on January 3rd, that means we'll be 4 months old, which is this week. We embarked on this journey with a multilingual channel in 5 languages. On September 3rd, we released 3 English episodes, but those episodes were translated into those languages, which gave us 15 pieces of content, which we distributed at 6 o'clock in the morning, every hour on the hour for 15 hours, all the way till 9 p.m., which gave us a huge jumpstart to our channel, as you'll see in the analytics coming up. And that was a great launch for our podcast. Before that, in the month of August, what we did is we used YouTube Shorts from those episodes as a way to preview what was coming and let people know that we were launching on September 3rd. Maybe you saw one of those pieces of content. Let us know in the comments if you did. Even though our network and channel was intended to be a podcast with guests, and it still is, because we learned how to edit. None of us at the beginning of 2024 knew how to edit. None of us knew how to do audio editing. None of us knew how to do a podcast. None of us knew how to upload to YouTube. We didn't even know that, But as we learned these skills and the art of audio editing as well as video editing, that opened up a lot of creativity within the wellness education content space and allowed us to dive deeper into some fields that we wanted to talk about and areas that we wanted to touch on. And that creativity not only led us to starting a 5-language podcast, but also a series called Mental Minutes. The podcast was longer, as podcasts normally are, and we wanted to create something that was a little bit shorter, concise, and actionable. That's why you see the mental minutes being only about 3 to 5 minutes long, but also in multiple languages. This was followed by our Mental Health and Me series, which started in December, as well as a new team member joined us, which led us to produce videos for the mental health and addiction support playlist. If you've seen the Stay Sober During the Holidays video, you'd see our recognition to Pete in there for inspiring that and having that creative vision to bring that to life. And we're super excited to have him as part of our team. Feedback from my nephew inspired our humorous mental health playlist, celebrating 100 subscribers with a Star Wars themed video highlighting mental health hazards from your favorite Star Wars characters, which you can find right here. We surpassed 100 subscribers, and we're super ecstatic to do so. So sit back and enjoy the analysis of this incredible journey. All right, analytics time. Let's take a look at our dashboard here. As you can see, we've got 104 subscribers. That's bonkers to me. We're absolutely thankful for all of you for subscribing. Thanks for being our friends. As you can see, for the month of August, this is what our stats were. And what we did is that we started using YouTube Shorts in August and releasing those in multiple languages to create an audience and to create some hype regarding our launch. And as a result, you can see that we reached a peak of 940 views on August 25th, 2024. We got 19 hours of watch time and 40 subscribers. Not too shabby for a launch start. I want to thank all my friends and family who hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. And thanks to all of you who chose to subscribe as well during that time. On July 3rd, we created the channel. We didn't upload anything from July 3rd to September 3rd. We were creating content and translating it into multiple languages. These are the results for the month of August. It's been pretty great. So September, our launch month, mirrored August. As you can see, we've got similar amount of views. September, as we did in August, that's great for us. We weren't sure if anyone was going to watch, and we're happy to have 3,700 people on a back-to-back basis. That's fascinating. It shows the real power of YouTube and what you can do when you try. If you believe you can, or you believe you can't, you're right. As you can see, watch time spiked. We got up to 64 hours. We received 11 new subscribers. So people are still watching. If we take a look at the audience tab, we can see the countries that we're watching. We have Germany watching, Italy watching, Canada watching, United States, Mexico. The list goes on for our content. So our intention is happening, right? As we look at the overview, we can see some of our top content. This had 409 views, 404. This one had 365. All of these are not in English. They're in multiple languages. This one here with 365 views, that's Italian. Our content is reaching different parts of the world, and it shows that there is a hunger and a thirst for multilingual content, and it looks like especially in regards to mental health education and wellness education. So these demographics showcase our triumph in different locations and locales and languages, which shows how much of an interest there is for this. So if we take a look at October here, I mean, it even got better. We had 4,174 times we were watched, which is an increase from last month. We also have one more subscriber than we did last month. So we were able to welcome 12 subscribers. Last month, we were able to welcome 11. The month before that, we welcomed 40. We have a bit of a dip in watch time, but that's okay. We were able to have a special guest on. That was Candace Singh, where we spoke about wellness education centers, also known as Recovery College Wellness Centers. The YouTube shorts from that did very well, which led to our first milestone of reaching 1,000 views over the course of 48 hours. Typically, we're reaching 50 to 100. But those YouTube shorts did very well. We can see this one has 429, 414, 414, 409. That's crazy that 400 people watch this stuff consistently. And if we look again at the audience, who's watching it? People from the United States, Germany, Italy, France, and Canada. Thank you. We are so humbled and grateful for all of you who watch. It shows you the power of technology nowadays. So as we go into November, we can see the stats here. We have a significant drop in views, 545, 15 hours of watch time, but we have an increase in subscribers, and that's 18. So that's actually very good. This month, we changed our strategy and realized there was a need for short form, concise, actionable content in the mental health education space. The podcasts that we were releasing were longer, so we created the Mental Minutes series, which is the brainchild of one of our team members, Mike. Mike, thank you. What happens if someone has a panic attack on the bus or in a boardroom? What can they do? They can take this playlist and series of videos to develop a strategy that can help them when those times come up. Life happens, and mental health happens, and it never happens according to our timetable. And so what we did is we focused away from shorts, developed these mental minutes series and videos that are all around evidence-based cognitive behavioral therapy, as well as dialectal behavioral therapy, also known as CBT and DBT, which is why you see a dip. A lot of our views came from shorts. People like to watch shorts, but we focused on long-form videos, even though these videos were 3 to 5 minutes long. That was another reason for that, but we got an increase for subscribers, and we welcomed 18 new people to the family. Thank you for being our friends. We got 38 views, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 29, so on and so forth. If we go to the audience, Canada, France, Germany, those were the 3 countries watching our content. So as we look at the stats here for the month of December, you can see that we brought in 371 views, which is a dip from November. But we also gained increased time. So we got way more watch hours than we did in November. And we also celebrated this milestone of 20 subscribers. That alone brought us to the threshold of our first 100 subscribers, where we celebrated. And that celebration led to doing our first ever YouTube premiere, where we launched a video that was inspired by my nephew, who told me, let the crowd know how funny you are. So thank you, Andrew. That video that we watched, that was the premiere. It was titled 3 of the Deadliest Star Wars Friends to Have for Your Mental Health Revealed. And that premiere did quite well. We had a pretty good turnout for that video. It's one of our top pieces of content. December also led to the new series called Mental Health and Me. That's where I begin to talk to you about mental health, where I give you my lived experience. You get to know me a little bit more and why I am passionate about mental health and wellness education. And as a result, it's got 80 views for the month of December. It's one of our top pieces of content. This comedy piece here, it's doing quite well for us. 45 views, 44, 28 views. For the month of December also led to a new series called Mental Health and Addiction Support Playlist. That's where our team member Pete comes in. And this is his first video with us. It's his creative vision, staying sober this holiday season with these simple strategies. This is him. We're happy to have him here. As we continued through the month of December, we realized as we were making shorter form content through the Mental Minutes series, we weren't doing shorts. Why release a 60-second short on a 4-minute video? It didn't make sense to us. It made sense for the longer pieces of content where they're 10 or more minutes, but for things that were shorter, which is exactly why we have a dip in views. We got a lot of our views from YouTube Shorts when we released them through our launch period of August, September, October. When we made the switch, the views went down. And that's okay with us. Our subscriptions went up, our subscribers went up, and our watch hours went up. We're trying to get this channel monetized. We're 20% of the way there for subscribers. We have 98 public hours watched, so we need 2,900 more. It's a journey. And we're happy to have you guys along for that journey. And let's take a look too, as we look at the reach we've had. If we take a look at the audience, this is what's really fascinating, the power of YouTube. If we go lifetime, you can see the reach we had by choosing to be a multilingual channel. It's crazy. Look at these countries. The US watched us 1,500 times. Italy watched us 1,100 times. Germany watched us 1,000 times. Canada, you're in there too. Thank you, my home country. Mexico's in there. France is in there. Spain's in there. Argentina, Colombia, Switzerland, Chile, India, Austria. You can even go into the cities and take a look at the cities around the world that our content reached. We have Milan in Italy. Then we have Mexico City in Mexico. Oshawa in Ontario. Santiago in Chile. Paris and Rome. I can't pronounce that. Abidjan. Lima. Vienna. Madrid, Berlin. This is bonkers. Look at the power of YouTube and the power of tech. If you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. We totally believe that we can. And we want that same belief for you guys, which is why we do what we do and why we're so passionate about what we do here. And let's just take a look at an overview for the year. For the first 4 months of this channel, we've got 12,500 views. We have a total of 161 hours of watch time. There's a discrepancy between the earnings and the total watch time. YouTube doesn't include watch time from YouTube Shorts as part of the earnings. That's the discrepancy, in case you're wondering. We have a total of 104 subscribers. It's bonkers. So that's our total stats. I just can't believe what we did this year. We did so much, and I'm so proud of us and the team that we have. Mike and Merrick and Pete, thank you. With that being said, it's time for the channel update. Surprise, we are becoming an English-only channel. The reason for this is that it's just simpler. We speak English, we engage in the community in English, we can talk to others about what we're doing in English. Translating things into 5 languages, it's so much work. The other reason too is that the software that we were using was in beta in regards to auto dubbing into those multiple languages. So it gave us unlimited access to translate into those 5 spoken languages using auto dubbing. And when it came out of beta in October, it gave us a restriction of 30 minutes only, which made it impossible for us to put out consistent content in those languages on those days of the week. And we had to rethink our strategy. Our team and I thought it was best if we move forward in English. But that frees up a lot of time for creativity for us to continue to make the content we're making. Plus, YouTube is also coming out with an auto dubbing feature to solve its problem of the language barrier so that all pieces of content can be viewed by the entire audience, no matter what language they speak. It'd be interesting to see how they do that. Hundreds of thousands of creators already have access to it, and we're just waiting for it to come to us. But I imagine by the end of 2025, it'll be rolled out to all creators, and that'll be us. It'll be interesting to see what we need to do to reach those countries and languages like we did before, so that we can have the reach regarding mental health that we want. Moving forward in 2025, what can you expect? Every week, you can expect a regular piece of content every Monday. On Mondays, you're going to get a variety. You're going to get a new piece of content. Saturdays will feature a live stream where you can ask us anything, be a mental health Q&A. So if you have any questions or you want to hang out in the chat to know more about our backstories, you can do that. Hopefully this will help foster and build a community that we're looking for. You can also expect every month for the content to be diverse. You can expect a podcast episode, a mental minutes episode, a mental health and me, as well as a mental health and addiction support experience from Pete. And if we reach our next milestone, 150 subscribers, we'll release another humorous mental health video. Maybe it'll be Star Wars themed. Maybe it won't. But if you want to see it, you know what to do. Subscribe. Before we close out, say thank you. Let us know if you started a YouTube channel. Let us know what your first 4 months were like. We're interested in knowing about you. Have you started a multilingual mental health channel like we did? What was your reach with your content? Let us know in the comments below. As we end 2024, if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're absolutely right. I'm not minimizing the strength that anxiety and depression has upon people. But if you can learn the skills along with the medication and the therapy and learn who you are and work within the confines of that illness, you can be an amazing human. You can do things that you never thought were possible, but you have to go outside of that comfort zone. You have to start asking yourself, what are the lies that your illness is telling you? It is with great privilege and honor that I thank Pete, Merrick, and Mike, who's part of our team. So all of these things we didn't know. At the beginning of 2024, we didn't know how to do these things. We had a skill level of 0. We had 0, but we had passion, drive, and belief. If you believe you can, you absolutely will. If you believe that you can be a man who gets out of bed before lunch, you can do it. It doesn't mean that's the end of your legacy. It just means that's your starting point. If you keep moving in those beliefs, you can move to someone that you really love. And maybe you'll be doing things that you're really excited about, like we are here at the Wellness Education Network. Those are some of the achievements that we had. If you have any questions about other achievements, let us know in the comments. Type them in the comments below. Let us know your achievements of 2024. What did you do? What were some of the goals that you accomplished? What were some core values that you might have discovered about yourself? Let us know. So until next time, thanks for being our friends, and thanks for being awesome.